Yeah.
Alright, and we are back, guys. We're back.
Back from our paid commercial break.
Where
Thank
we
you to our
get paid no
sponsors
money.
from Rogaine, aka
We
Bald
make
Bitch
no
who
money.
works at Don's.
Yeah, that Tyler the Creator album was really good. Good on him.
What do you create though? Shit music?
You're
I don't listen to rap.
Oh, don't fucking start with me, Eric. I don't listen to rap. I was born in the wrong generation.
Man listens to a
Absolutely, I
series of
was.
like fucking goat
No,
calls.
I know what fucking he listens to. He probably listens to fucking Caveman banging sticks together, Viking edition.
There once was a ship that set to sea, and the name of the ship was a Billy O.T.
The wind blew up her bow dip down.
Ah, fuck, guys. I think we just got copyrighted. We should like fucking hum the
Yeah, sorry
song,
guys, I'm
yeah.
just really good at singing.
Yeah.
There you go. Good enough.
Pretty
Alright,
good.
boys, anybody have any interesting happen today? Nothing to write home or
I mean, I did the job application. That was pretty epic.
pretty
The
nice?
interview. And fucking get the fuck out of Hell's Gates that I'm currently working at.
Everybody give a
On
round of
Hesper
applause
Road.
for Mr. Lane.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been an honor, truly.
Not gonna
I will
miss you, buddy.
remember all
Fuck
of
out
you
of
in
here.
therapy. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. I don't give a shit about you. Go bang my fucking sloppy seconds.
Dude, you didn't even touch it, dude.
Oh.
Whatever,
You're
dude.
right,
She
because
left
if
you a
I
hate
did,
comment.
she would have fucking threw a ring on my finger.
Yeah, true. I mean,
Way
like,
too-
not to
way
flex,
too
dude, not to
too
flex,
quick.
but I think the first snap she sent me was like a full body mirror pick. So I'm already like down and dirty with the fucking devil's advocate
Shut up.
playing
It
right
took
now.
me a fucking weekend to get lingerie pics, alright?
Yeah, true.
You ain't that special.
A weekend?
Hey, do you have,
week.
yeah, do you have the
Maybe
actual
less.
timestamp? That's what I'm saying.
Timestamp? No, fuck. Why
Or
the
no,
fuck would I have the
yeah, the
timestamp?
record for the speed run. You know what I mean?
Oh, for the speedrun? Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I fucking beat Dreamicus or whatever the fuck his name was.
Oh, nice.
That's probably what the point of the mask is.
Horrible song. Hate that song.
Very hot
On
take.
a real note, how do people like actually fucking listen to Corpse? Like, the band's music is so fucking garbage.
Choke me while you
I don't
fuck
get
me. Fuck me like you hate me.
Don't you love girls, bro? Don't you love me? Don't you love me?
The only people who love him are like 13-year-old girls who like haven't gone through puberty and they're like, his voice is so fucking hot.
His voice, oh my god.
Meanwhile, this guy like
But even-
inhales 14 gallons of nitrous to fucking before he sets up his fucking videos. Hey, what's everybody today playing Among Us with Toast?
No.
Toast Ken. I'm the
Not only that,
imposter.
like the songs themselves are so short. Like they don't even pass 3 minutes. Like by the time you actually get into the song, like it's already over.
I'm fucking thankful
so
it's not
I don't
longer
know
than 3
what the
minutes.
Fair, good point.
I mean, that's just what the point of the mask is, though, right?
What point of fucking earplugs are? Point of the fucking skip button on
because-
Spotify.
It's people like him and Dream and shit that make me go, you know what? Whenever I think about the fact that I could actually make music, I go, no, because they suck.
I mean,
And then
everyone
we do
can
a
make
double
music,
take.
but only like certain
It's
people
just
can make good
no
music.
matter if it's good or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd rather be it good than be it bad.
That's the thing, like,
Point of the max.
these
is-
guys, like, have an audience regardless if it's, like, if we think it's bad, because, like, somebody's gonna listen to it, you know? So, like,
Yeah, that's true.
literally anybody can make music, and it isn't even, like, if it's good or bad or not, it's just, like, if they have an audience for it.
Yeah.
I mean, the
But I
alcoholic
mean-
thought she could make music, but I guess not.
Yeah, now she's just going for the
I gotta hear, like, is she good at singing or no?
Yeah, she's good.
That was
Oh,
like the
did
most
she sing
fucking
for
like.
you?
No, I mean, okay, like, I think if you're not famous, just don't fucking sing. Cause, you know, like, it's not even to be, like, a dick thing, but it's like, come on, you're obviously, if, you can be a good singer and not be famous, if that makes sense, but, like, I don't care for it unless you got, you know, like, a way to make money. I don't know how to explain it. There's something,
Oh, yeah,
like, it
no,
doesn't matter
I
how
know
good of
what
a
you mean.
singer
If it's not
somebody is.
profitable, don't do it.
Exactly, yeah. If it's
Yeah.
not profitable, just don't fucking do it. It also just pisses me off because then usually those people, you could like be listening to a song and they'll start singing and I hear them instead of the actual fucking song and it's like, dude, like shut the fuck up. You
Yeah,
don't sound
like
like Bob Marley.
Minecraft
I'm trying to fucking
remixes.
listen to this.
Like when fucking
Like
Caribbean Man
Minecraft
tries to
remixes.
sing fucking Bobby Marley in the
Yeah,
fucking.
those shit on Minecraft
yeah.
remixes, man. Those things are
No,
not
no,
good.
they go harder than the original songs, unironically.
That's facts.
I mean, we're way back in the mine, though.
Here.
From way back in the mind, got our
drunk alcoholic exes swinging from side to side.
Side,
Drunk alcoholic
side.
exes, bro.
No,
Fucking in the
JT for
boys'
singing
DMs.
Minecraft songs.
I mean, unironically, that'd be
like
like a good name for a song title, Drunk Alcoholic X.
No,
fucking
here's the real.
make a song about how
Probably
Sounds like
she's
something
is, in all
Machine Gun
honesty.
Kelly would make.
somebody grab some clippers. This
Oh
fucking
yeah,
beer's
on
weird.
another topic. I like him as an actor. I cannot give a shit
What?
about his fucking music.
What has he acted in? Porn?
He's an actor?
Huh? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so he was in
he tried to
Dirt,
act like he
played
could
Tommy
beat
Lee.
Eminem in a rap battle.
And then he played who else did he play? He played that like one criminal in Bird Box for like 8 seconds.
Like the
And then he
birds?
played in
Like
King. No, he was like one of the people in the house.
Oh,
Then he was
okay.
in King of Staten Island. He was like the fucking
Well, naturally.
Chooch man. I forget what he was. He was fucking.
He was in Chooch Basket?
Yeah, he was in
Damn,
Chooch
bro.
Basket. Sponsored
as
by.
you asked me to take my shift, yeah.
I'm not sure if he mentioned this already, but he's
know
also
what's-
in Project Powers. The
You know
one
what
with
I'll-
Jamie Foxx.
You know what else
Which
he's
is
in?
on
Yeah,
Netflix.
yeah.
He's in
Bro,
that one too.
he's in Megan Fox, dude. I don't know how he pulled her, bro.
Yo, isn't she
Money?
technically like a MILF? Like, isn't she in her 30s?
Yeah. 30s,
she's
dude.
older
She's
now.
like 40, 45 around there.
She's
No,
40
damn.
something.
No
yeah.
way.
No,
Wait,
she's
how
not
old was
40.
she when she was in Transformers,
I
bro?
swear when she was in Transformers, she was like
Mid-20s, I
late.
think.
Yeah.
Transformers was 2007-ish.
Yeah, that-
Yeah, it's been a while.
Like a decade ago.
Yeah, that's
plus,
been
like 5 years.
2007, dude. That's 12 years ago.
Sheesh.
Quick math.
Quick maths.
Damn, bro.
Quick maths.
That's crazy, dude.
Everyday men's on the
Life is
block.
crazy. Alright, so any current events you guys want to discuss?
No.
Well,
There's really.
Captain America, oh not Captain America, but Falcon Winter Soldier, the finale just, as we're recording this, today was when the
Give us
finale
the
came out.
official Joshy Washies reviews.
The official Josh of the
I
series
don't
or the
think he
episode?
wants that brand tied to this. So I'll be honest,
Yeah,
I wouldn't want
probably
this
not.
tied to that.
What, you think guys think I'm ashamed of you? I would never be ashamed of you.
All right.
Never.
I just
But-
want to make sure that people know I currently have my Burger King crown on, and Joshy Washy approves of the message of me saying I fucking hate Nick.
No.
Dude!
No.
You're only 16% West African, dude. Chill, you can't say
See,
that.
bro? You still want us attached to your brand?
We're off the air.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
low-key, though, if Josh directed a film where it's like Django Unchained type, where we're like racist fucking rednecks owners, with like pulling
Oh yeah,
around
you
like
best believe
CJ on a
I'm
chain.
turning into Adam Driver, bro. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
fucking sell that shit so good. Josh gonna have to pull me off to the side. Hey, I just need you to just call him
Chill a
like
little bit.
fucker.
Hey,
I
just
don't need you screaming all that.
loving the energy. Just maybe tone it down just a little bit. You know?
Tone it down. Just remember.
Just
that you
wait till
gotta
we
say
start
silly
recording.
goose.
Yeah.
I know you're going for an Oscar and everything, but
The
Can't be too real.
how do you go to like how awkward is it if you get like signed up for a role and then like this fucking director's like I know you're a white actor, and this is a black co-star you're working with, but I need you to really dig deep into white America and do us all proud. Like how
well,
do
it's
you?
the same thing as like it'd be
Go
the
for
same
it.
thing as like someone going to say like, hey, you got to play the role of the rapist. You know what I mean? Or something like
Yeah.
that. Like it's just one of those things where it's like, well, you know what? Like
Yeah, but I feel like that
A role's
becomes
a role,
harder,
yeah.
especially if you become like friends on set with that person. You know, like it's like if you
Yeah.
look at like when fucking Social Network was coming out. They like talked about having difficulties like filming the scene where fucking Andrew Garfield does his whole like fucking monologue because like he genuinely was like getting close and friends with Jesse Eisenberg. It's like I feel like that can be troublesome, especially if it's like if you got Bucky to wake up fresh out of the ice in the next season of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the first thing he sees is a black man in like a nurse helping him. Chances are his 40s era nature is gonna kick in and he's gonna start fucking freaking out.
I guess.
know what I mean?
I
I
just
Myth
yeah.
busted.
Because they don't talk about it, but like realistically, like when fucking Captain America woke up, that dude should have lost his shit just by seeing a fucking black man on the same sidewalk.
Just by seeing
Well,
a female doctor, man should have like beat his head against the wall.
literally should have fucking like took out the shield, fucking decapitated her,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah,
put it
you
back
know
on
what?
and said she should
To be
have
fair,
stayed
that's
in
kind
the
of the
kitchen
point
and
of
the fucking
Falcon
Captain
Winter
America
Soldier.
music plays is like bum,
Popular
bum, bum,
opinion here.
bum, bum.
I don't think Steve would have done that because his character was built to be a good man, not a good soul, or not like just a normal person.
You know
So
what happened to
Yeah,
the
he was
last
there
good
with
man I
anybody.
knew?
So
No, I know, but
Yeah.
you regardless of if you're a good person, like obviously there were good people, you know, in the era that like saw and like knew that racism was fucked. But like at the same time, like those people definitely still kept up like a public like charade, right? It's the same as like if you look at Nazi Germany, right? Like obviously there were citizens and shit that were like, "Hey, I don't like what we're doing, but like I really can't go against this, otherwise I'm gonna get the same treatment
Yeah.
from other people," you know? So like, it becomes an issue where it's like, damn, dude, now what? So I think regardless of if he's a good person, I feel like there would have been a moment, like, maybe it's the weird part of me that really just wants to see a fucking Marvel movie where Steve Rogers looks somebody dead in the eye and just hard R's them, because I think that would be funny as hell, but...
Yeah, you can't even
I mean,
like make
isn't
money
that
of that and show it in theaters. You can have like 9-year-old
true.
Timmy saying it after.
Well, I mean, part of like the show Falcon Winter Soldier is that like, you know, the whole symbol of Captain America is way more, you
Load
know,
me up, gentlemen.
like what's the word? Like very much more, you know, trot and like there's way more baggage on that symbol than we ever thought there was, right?
Yeah.
So that's part. I think that was part of like the success of the show. That I was like, oh yeah, you know what, Captain America was cool, but like, you know, the concept, I guess, of Captain America and like all that comes with that is very, you know, messed up in a way. And that was that's my favorite part of the show, because like it's actually talking about something.
Who
and not
stole
just
my
punching all the
car?
time.
You guys
Dude,
still
who stole
lazy?
my car?
Or Holly?
Yeah.
Well, what did you
Like,
guys
stole
think
my
of the show?
car.
For context, it was only Andrew and Lane I saw it. Unless JT, did you see it
No,
too?
I didn't see it, no.
Okay, well, yeah. Well, Eric doesn't even watch any of them, right? You haven't seen any of the Marvel shit, right?
No, I tried
No, yeah,
watching it,
so
but
you-
I'm like, I can't get into this.
Hey, that's fair. It's not for
Fair
everyone.
enough.
No, but what did you guys think?
I'm a comic guy, you know, like I'm into that, so it was cool seeing more fleshed out for some of the characters. I mean, like, Bucky's character really isn't all like, oh my god, it's Bucky, you know, like in the comics anyway. Like he doesn't really play like that major of a role, so they're definitely giving him a lot more front. And I'm interested to see, like, if you've watched Endgame or Infinity War, sorry, when they like call him the White Wolf. Like the White Wolf is a Black Panther villain. So I'm not sure if they're gonna turn him into like a hero, and maybe he's gonna lose the Winter Soldier thing, or if that was just more of a reference, if anything. So that would be cool. Glad they included Isaiah Bradley. Was that his last name? I always
Yes,
forget.
correct. Yeah, Bradley.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, again, like not a major presence. He had like one comic run, and then he's like occasionally mentioned here and there. So like, good on him for like actually, you know, having a role and them actually talking about it. They definitely like watered it down a bit or tried to make it nicer, because like they say that, oh, it was like a dozen or so blacks against their will, which is true. It was like 300 of them. He was the only survivor. They said like, oh, it was like a handful of people survived, so they're trying to, you know, like play it up that there's more.
In the comics, it was 300.
It was 300 were taken against their will. He was the only one that survived. And everybody else, like, there was like comic panels of like people like getting injected with this fucking replica super serum or whatever the fuck, and they like their fucking heads explode and shit. Like their body starts expanding and they like blow up.
Damn.
So
Yeah,
you know,
they did water
probably
down
never
a
gonna
bit.
see that, but
I mean, it is. I mean, this show was probably the darkest, I guess, thing we've seen so far in the Marvel universe. But I doubt we'll ever get that dark. Andrew, what did you think of it?
I thought the show was great. Like, I mean, the final episode, I was really happy at the fact that Sam managed to convince them to honor him, like the government to honor him, give him a statue, because what he did at the time, the guy deserved it for sure. So, I mean, other than that, the show, I think it was well written. I feel like the final episode, there could have been a bit more to see like where everybody was going to go afterwards, but they also announced that they're making a Captain America 4 movie and possibly a second season, so that should be able to answer
that's gonna be interesting.
my questions
So, like,
for us.
Like, what the hell is Falcon Winter Soldier season 2 gonna look like if there's a Captain America 4? You know what I mean? Like, that's just gonna be weird.
Well, I mean, it's probably gonna have something to do with Sharon. You know.
Yeah, I guess so. Are we
Yeah,
gonna go?
Sharon's interesting. There's still the question of Zemo still being able to pull strings in the fucking raft, because like.
Well, I mean, he did.
the
He got
whole
his
bombing.
butler.
No, I know. That's what I
to do
mean.
the
Is like
bombing.
I think there needs to be an explanation on how he's able to even like get word out to his butler and stuff. Because like Zemo, I don't think they're just gonna have like revived for one season and then put on the back. Like I think there's still more to the character, and they're gonna They were trying to set up for more stuff in the future.
I was gonna say, before we continue, should we just say spoilers so we can actually talk about what the hell happens in it?
Okay, yeah. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, so-
If you haven't watched the finale, then go watch it or get fucked. Okay, go.
Do you care, you two guys, if we spoil it for you?
Nah, not really.
No, okay.
I
So
don't
yeah,
give a shit.
well, yeah, Sharon Carter, and like the easiest plot twist you could have ever seen coming, turns out to be the the what's her name, Power Broker.
Power broker.
Which was like so obvious to me. Like literally, like everyone guessed it right away, and then everyone's like, yeah, duh. Of course she's the Power Broker. What else would she be? But yeah, I'll be interested to see what happens with her because she's now pardoned, right? So now she's back in America, and whoever the hell she's talking to on the phone at the end there, saying, "Oh, now we got all the secrets to America or whatever." So yeah, that'll be interesting to see. And then with Zemo at the very end blowing up, killing all the super soldiers. Because at first I didn't realize that was Zemo's butler. I was like, "Who the hell is this old man? Did they just hire someone just to kill themselves?" That's what I thought at first. And then when all of a sudden, like and then I think afterwards, talking about my family, they're like, "Oh, that was Zemo's butler." I'm like, "Oh, that makes way more sense now." Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Why? Just random explosion.
Okay, now
what
that
did you
I'm
guys think
thinking
of-
about it, really quick, because you were like, "Oh, she was talking on the phone." Since it's the next Marvel movie, that might actually be setting up her working with the Ten Rings. Because the Ten Rings is like the major terrorist organization that like is wanting the downfall of America, essentially. I mean, that's not like their whole comic book like spiel.
Well, I mean,
but I think that would definitely.
Ten Rings is Shang Li or whatever, and the actual Mandalorian. So my
Mandalorian,
guess
the
is
Mandarin.
Mandarin.
Mandarin, sorry, not Mandalorian. I feel like that show is going to include a ton of stuff about the Makluan rings. Probably going to be his dad trying to find those rings, and his son trying to more or less stop him or whatever.
What are those? The what rings?
Makluan rings. They're the rings that the Mandarin has in the comics that gives him his powers.
Oh, okay.
There's 10 of them. There used to be this old Iron Man TV show that I would watch growing up. Or not necessarily growing up, but like a couple years ago. It was this animated one, and
I think I know
it was
what you're
about
talking
teenage Tony Stark, like
I remember
building
that.
suits and fighting, the Mandarin and Obadiah Stane and stuff like that. It was a great show, honestly. I really enjoyed it, but the whole thing was around, like the first 2 seasons around the Mandarin and the son of the Mandarin finding these Makluan rings and becoming one of the most powerful people in the world. And it really was quite an interesting show. I mean, kind of like it was a cheesy like Teletoon YTV kind of TV show, but still wasn't too bad of a show.
Oh yeah, I remember that show now. It looked like that one Spider-Man cartoon, if you guys remember that one, like MTV way back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are too young for that, but there was that type of animation was with a Spider-Man cartoon. I remember it looking like weird back then. It was like kind of anime, kind of, right? Like that, or no, not anime,
No.
like Reboot, if you know what Reboot is.
No, it was like
Yeah, I know reboot.
Oh,
Fucking
Yeah.
reboot.
Reboot.
it was literally like a YTV show. Like that was the kind of animation it was.
Oh, okay. Huh. Yeah, because I think I remember. Wasn't there like a character with always wore a black shirt?
That's descriptive, not like Tony Stark in
Yeah.
MCU.
Okay, no, but okay, wait. But like, no, but he always wore a black shirt. He had like black hair. Was there not a character like that on that show?
I don't know.
I mean, you're really fucking
okay.
narrowing it down there.
Yeah. Hey, I hardly remember it. Okay, I'm sorry.
We'll cut you some slack.
I'm not this well of knowledge. I didn't know what the Manchurian rings or whatever were. I'm a fake fan.
Oh, fuck.
DC fan, fuck out of here, bud.
So why don't, I guess Eric, why don't you watch any of the Marvel shit? Like, is it really just because just not for you, or is there like a certain thing that you just don't like?
I just don't have time.
Oh, fair.
That's pretty well all it is.
That's fair. That's the one thing I guess that.
I'm sure if I sat down and got into them, I'm sure it'd be good, but I just simply do not have time.
But yeah, like, it's, at least now, I think it's impossible for someone just to start off in a new fan, like just with the most recent show. You have to watch everything. Like, even I watch all of them with my family. And my mom, you know, she watches them all, but she doesn't remember everything. And we'll have to explain to her sometimes, like, what happens. Like, and it's like, some things you just forget. And especially now that they're setting up so many side stories over so many shows and stuff, it's going to get way harder to remember all this shit. So it's almost like you got to start from day one. It's like watching Walking Dead and starting with season, like, 9. You know what I mean? Like, that's impossible. You're like,
I mean, Walking Dead is pretty
looking for a
repetitive, though, so I
clip
mean,
of
you can
that
kind of
Iron
get the
Man
gist of
show
what goes
if I
on
can
there.
find it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's the biggest problem with The Walking Dead that I think everybody agrees on, is it's like, hey guys, once again, we found a place that's like super good for us. Oh no, we found out there's a bad guy. Oh no, the bad guy is too much for us to handle and we lose our place. Oh yay, now we're back on the road. Oh look, we found another safe haven. Rinse, wash, repeat.
Yeah. Every season is like, episode 1 is like, oh, we're going to war, and then by the end of the season, like episode 22, they're like, oh, the war's over. Let's move on. Gather what's left.
Let's
and
move on. And then it's like, look, we're living a normal life. We're happy. We
Yeah.
forgot what threats are. And then, oh no, the new biggest bad guy came along and killed input character here, who's
Yeah.
been here for 257 seasons. Now what are we gonna do?
Josh, that show, it's called Iron Man Armored Adventures.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Was there a
So-
character with a black shirt and black hair in it?
Nah.
Find out.
Watch there not be.
I know. I'm probably thinking of something else, but there would not be
There was a
character like
guy, black shirt, black hair, yellow pants.
that. Oh, maybe that was him. What's his character's name?
I don't know. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's not showing me.
I was gonna say
I
one more.
like-
I guess while you're looking for that, Andrew, one more question about Winter Soldier. How'd you guys like John Walker? Like, he's probably my favorite character on it.
John
like, his
Walker?
stuff was, yeah.
I fucking hate, like, the fucking Marvel fans that made him, Wyatt Russell, is that
Wyatt
his name?
Russell. Yeah.
Yeah, delete his account, and I really hate that fans can't tell the difference between a character and an actor. So that's super unfortunate, but honestly, he fucking nailed the role. Like, I never
Oh, no,
thought
he
we
did
would
an
actually get
incredible
a
job
US
with the
agent
role.
as, like, a character, just because, like, he is one of those characters that was just kind of, like, out there, and he wasn't, like, too relevant, but I guess Marvel's having fun, like, bringing those kind of irrelevant characters among the relevant characters, and I really hope that this isn't just, like, the one-off, you know, he's done. Like, I know there is the scene where, spoiler alert, he gets, like, the US agent title, and he gets, like, an actual, like, close to comic accurate suit. So I'm
It is
assuming he's gonna
comic
get a
accurate.
shield.
Yeah, that's my guess with season 2 is that this girl. Here's my prediction for y'all. Okay, this is a bit of a wild prediction. This girl is going to she's Hydra. We all know that, right?
Okay, spoiler alert, I'm gonna help you too. So her character in the comics is actually, like, considered Mother Hydra, and she's, like,
shit.
the main boss lady that, like, deals with Hydra and shit and, like,
Yeah.
controls it all. She's like
Yeah.
a puppet master. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Cool. Okay.
Anyway, so this is my prediction. We all know John Walker's. He's kind of chill now. He's righted it. He's figured out his wrongs. He's dropped the Captain America title and become a bit more of a good man. Yeah.
yeah.
So I think that he's going to go with this girl, like you could see in the post-credit scene there.
God, bro. Fucking gas the car up.
Yeah, he's going to go with this girl, and she is going to do the same. She's going to say, okay, we're going to put you in an experiment just before you start. And what they're going to do is they're basically going to brainwash him like they did with Bucky, using those old Russian techniques. And then he's going to be doing their bidding, like Winter Soldier, pretty much. That's my prediction. Because in the comics, he wasn't a good guy, but he wasn't a bad guy. Like, he was an anti-hero. But he was usually seen as an enemy to Captain America. So, yes, he was an enemy to Captain America in the show, but not as U.S. agent, as John Walker. So I think that this lady is going to try and twist that pretty much.
Well, I think since he's already somewhat of like an anti-hero right now, I don't think there's going to be any brainwashing involved, but I definitely think that he is going to become their like Winter Soldier, and they're going to, because he seems fine with killing. He doesn't have a problem with that. So I think now that the Captain America logo isn't strapped to his chest, he doesn't have to like try and look good in front of people. So I think they're going to be sending him out on like operations to assassinate people, and they're going to tell him like, hey, you're going to go kill like input Hydra terrorist here, but in reality he's killing people that know Hydra is working very close to the government. And then
No,
it's going to spin
I think
off.
he knows that she's Hydra, because they said it in the end scene. You don't think so? I don't know. I might have to go rewatch that.
I don't think he does, because I feel like even we know he to a degree he has morals. Even if he isn't like the whole Captain America logo, I think his ego of the thought of taking down Hydra would take over. So I think he would have, if she did reveal herself, I think he would have just become a problem for them, because he would have been like, oh yeah, time to.
What we know about him in the comics is that he was a Captain America, but he's determined to do literally whatever it is to be whatever's best for his country. Like Steve would do like Steve Rogers would do whatever's best for the people, and he's just doing the complete opposite. He's like, I'm doing whatever's best for me and whatever's best for my country. So if this lady can more or less, not necessarily legitimately brainwash, but like kind of persuade him into saying that, yeah, no, you're going to do this, you're going to kill this person for Hydra, but it's going to be like, you're going to do a great job and a great service to your country. Because every time they had a conversation together, she's like, oh yeah, you're going to do your country proud as a U.S. agent. So that is my prediction.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. I like his character a lot, and part of me kind of wishes there was more conversation like with how, you know, the government treats the veterans and stuff, because there's a little bit of that, but I wish there was a little bit more. That's what excites me most about the series, because I mean, you guys know, but as the audience does not know, I am a movie maker. And I appreciate when at least the Marvel formula is a little bit changed up, and they you know, actually ask, oh my god, I can't even say that word, asks some questions, you know, just has some discussions to it. So I really appreciate when like Osea Bradley showed up, and when John Walker was, you know, almost straight up decapitated a guy, and everyone was watching, and it was like, oh my god, like this is gonna be crazy, what's gonna happen next, right? Like that's what really interests me. I don't care too much about what the hell, what's Sharon Carter gonna do next season. I could give less of a shit, at least personally. Like unless like it's gonna be some neat thing about government spies, like to me I don't care. So that's what I enjoy about Marvel, when it can do little genre things or like actually talk about something interesting. And that was the one best thing, or actually not the best thing. That's the part of my problem with Black Panther, at least because it was talking about something really, you know, really interesting, which is the pros and cons of nationalism and globalism. But instead of actually talking about it, they had to do a giant CGI fight with a rhino at the end, and it was just like, what the hell? So
Yeah.
So that's when I really enjoy, at least the Marvel movies, when it can either one be like an awesome, really well written character action movie like Guardians, or it's, you know, something actually talking about something like the Captain America movies do a good job with that. And then Winter Soldier and Falcon too. This show that just came out and finished, I think that does a really good job.
Speaking of that, can we just talk about how sick that new suit is?
Oh,
Falcon's
Falcon?
Captain
America
suit. That suit is so
cool.
awesome.
And
I
and
love the
can.
fact that it is 100%, like it's vibranium. The wings are vibranium.
Yeah.
Because you can tell that the helicopter hit it, and he just like clamped himself in a ball, and he just did that. Oh, it was so cool, dude. Honestly, and his
And the way
suit
he
kind of
stopped
works
himself?
like a, yeah. The suit
so
kind of
sweet.
works like a McDonald's toy. Like he put the shields on his, he puts the shield on his back, and then it can just like fling off right in front of him, like shoot just straight off in front of him. It's literally a McDonald's toy.
Oh yeah, if I was like still like 10 or whatever, I would want that toy. It's
Oh yeah.
his costume's so cool. And it's awesome at the very end of the series when instead of calling it the Falcon Winter Soldier, they call it Captain America and the Winter Soldier. I thought that's just
Yeah.
an amazing touch. To the it's like, oh yeah, and that's the other thing about the show and with WandaVision too. Like I never cared about Falcon or Winter Soldier at all. But now I care. And I think that's the best things about these shows.
I always liked Bucky and Falcon. I just appreciate them so much more now because they're actually
Exactly.
like they seem so much cooler now. Like I don't know if it's just the new suit and the new title, but like it was that scene in the end of episode 5 of him training with the shield that made me appreciate his character so much more. I was like, yeah, no, this guy is not only a good man, but willing to do what it takes to put in the work and get the job done. Like this guy's a keeper.
As much as I love to talk about, Marvel shit over and over, I want to get the other guys involved as much as possible. So, I have JT a question for you.
Alrighty.
I just thought of off the cuff. As one of our cringiest meme lords in our
Thank you for that title.
topic,
It's an honor.
I need to ask you, what is the cringiest meme right now? What meme is going around in the circuit is just cringy as fuck? Like, which one is? Do you just go? This is bad,
the one
please
that's
stop.
making the rounds around the
Let's
internet
go.
right now. That's
Yeah, I just need to know the
I
bullshit.
mean, like, there's like
That's
many
unfunny.
different. Okay, so as a memer, I gotta say, there's many different types of cringe. One that's like ironic cringe, where you know it's cringy and that's what's funny about it, or there's a cringe where it's like they're unaware that it's being cringy, so that's what makes it cringy. It's when the person is like a band kid and they're like, oh my god, get him out of here, delete this fucking video. But
I'm talking like straight cringe. I'm not talking ironic cringe because ironic
oh, like
cringe.
where you want to like
Let's go.
slam your head against the wall, like that kind of cringe.
Yeah, like it's like, please stop making
Moose?
this joke. It's not funny.
Moose.
Probably.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Moose.
Yeah.
Him.
Probably when.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I mean, but like for
Jesus,
the
man.
viewers at home, who's not aware, it's probably like, honestly, when someone goes, sheesh, let's go.
On God, I'm sorry, but like the Zeesh thing was funny for like, I have a lot of hate for this, alright? It was funny for like the first like 4 times you hear it, but now like I can't open TikTok without like some fucking 15 dudes in a gym, after some dude benches like 8 pounds going, like, it's not fucking funny. It was never funny. Like it was good. It was like, oh, haha, this is
Yeah.
clever. Like whoever started it, good on that dude, alright? He had something that's clever. Like that's a good like in group like joke. Like if your little group has like a
Yeah.
joke like that, that's good. But like once it goes like mainstream and shit like that, it's just annoying. It's just like a annoying noise that like a fucking 8-year-old would make on a playground. Like it just makes me want to fucking beat the shit out of somebody.
Can you imagine being like a middle school teacher now, and like going on Zoom calling on all your like 14 little like 8-year-old kids like sheesh, 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 let's
Yo,
go,
honest God, though, I
Fortnite,
wish I was a
sheesh.
student now. I go on TikTok and the amount of fucking teachers I see
I
that
know,
are like
they're
fucking
fucking-
26.
yeah.
Like, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, like where the fuck were these teachers when I was a fucking middle schooler, dude?
Bro, like back on my
No wonder I was going around going, girls are icky, ew, until fucking high school, bro. Because look what I was fucking getting taught by.
I know we had like those teachers from Hogwarts, bro, like those like fucking
We had the
disgusting
fucking
ones.
Miss
Umbridge
Trunchbull.
Bro, think about
fuck.
how nasty of a name that is. Hogwarts.
Yeah, it's like some shit that
tell
grows
me
in
I'm
between.
wrong.
Joe Biden.
No!
God, dude.
Okay,
Well,
we
no
gotta.
one's saying the nickname
JT.
now.
No, wait. We can still use the video, but like when I edit it, I'll just like over top of it, I'll just be like, let's go, like when I say the
Yeah,
name.
Let's go.
Let's
That's
go.
fine. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Alright, I'm
That-
actually gonna start using names so we have more let's
Yeah.
goes on the video.
Oh God.
And then everybody's gonna be
Oh,
like,
you know what we should
the
talk
baby?
about?
Let's
Talk about-
Oh my god, the video's gonna be funny
Let's
as fuck.
talk about everybody's
This is gonna be
favorite
our
since
first-
we're driving cars. The new Fast and Furious trailer. What are we thinking?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Honestly,
Fuck.
probably not gonna see it.
It's a miss. It's not.
It's been
What?
a
It's a mess.
It's a miss.
Could
They're going to
either be
fucking
good-
space with duct tape and fucking
Yeah,
fish
exactly.
balls, bro. That's
It's
not
fucking
good.
awesome.
No, it's
fucking
not.
awesome.
It's not.
Okay, you gotta understand. My love for Fast and Furious is ironic, and like, it's shitty, and I just love how shitty it is. You know what I mean?
Okay,
And how Vin Diesel takes it 100%
Yeah.
seriously, no matter what, is hilarious.
Okay, but
to
do you
me.
know why he's taking it so seriously?
His family.
It's family.
No.
Fucking Toretto.
No, it's because he promised Paul Walker that they'll get to 10 movies. That's the only reason
really?
he's taking it. That's the only reason he's taking it so seriously.
Are
I
we
didn't know
on
he
10 or
promised
is this
that.
9?
No, there's
This is
11.
9.
I think there's 11.
Well,
There's gonna be 11.
Official Fast
Does
and
Hobbs
Furious.
and Shaw count? Yeah, Hobbs and
No,
Shaw
that doesn't
doesn't
count.
I
No.
suppose.
Yeah,
Vin
but I'm
Diesel
waiting for
and,
Hobbs and Shaw 2, and I can't wait to fucking predict the script like perfectly.
Vin Diesel doesn't like The Rock, so the Rock movie, Hobbs and Shaw doesn't count in the Fast and Furious lore officially. Okay.
No,
Wait,
so
why
I
doesn't he
don't
like The
think
Rock?
does
Does he like
Tokyo Drift
rival him
count
in
as-
muscles?
No,
Or they fucking
it's because
changed it
it's
out?
two bald. It's two bald guys with big muscles. Their egos and
Yeah.
their big
Kevin
bald
Hart?
freaking Malteser heads are gonna collide.
Yeah, true.
Malteser heads.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm
there's
sorry,
a
but like
description.
it's some cringe shit. Really
Bro,
quick to
The
say.
Rock has
you
the
ever
best
seen
cheat
that like
day
interview
meals. Tell me I'm wrong.
where
You ain't wrong.
like John where they were talking about like casting John Cena for this movie, and fucking Vin Diesel is like, you won't believe me, but I swear he walked in
I love
John
this.
Cena walked into the room and I heard Paul's voice and I knew we had to get him, and I was like, are you
Like,
fucking
come on.
kidding
Fuck
me?
out of here,
That
dude.
is the
Shut the
best thing
fuck
ever.
up,
How
bro.
do you not realize that is
I mean,
hilarious?
I mean,
Like,
it
it's
just
so
sounds like
funny.
someone forgot to take his schizophrenic meds. I heard Paul's voice. I hear a doctor telling you to take your meds, dude. Fuck out of here.
It's so funny.
Dominic
I love how sincere Vin Diesel is about these stupid movies, and it makes me love him so much. And like, I started laughing, like in the 8th one where he tries to like act and he starts crying and shit, and like the plane. I was howling in the theater, just laughing so hard because he was trying. And he's, like,
Everybody
going for
else
an
just
Oscar.
crying and Josh just like laughing.
I'm
No,
laughing.
Josh is just genuinely crying.
It was just like, what are you, a
It's so
psycho?
heartfelt.
Get out of here.
It was so funny. It was.
Yo, the
Dude,
dinosaur destroyed my
just like
car.
at the scene where him and Paul Walker like splitting apart at the highway, and you just guys
Yo!
fucking.
No, but that was actually no. But that was
Like-
see that's the thing. That's the weird thing about Fast and Furious, because that scene is genuinely great and it makes me cry. But then you have shit like going to space. And Charlie
see
Puth
you
just
again, brother.
copyrights us.
I'll be sure that I'm Groot. Whoa!
As you're
I'm
saying
pretty
this,
sure
I just
I
wrapped
asked-
myself around a tree.
Nice,
I'm pretty sure I asked
bro.
Elaine this the other
Guys,
day.
real
Your
quick,
favorite
That's funny, bro. That's
watch
so
me,
funny,
Paul
bro.
Walker. I'm the one in the green car. Whoa!
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh god damn! I thought I was gonna ramp
Family is
over, I'm not
forever.
gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed.
I thought you were gonna hit the tree, and I thought that was gonna be part of the joke.
No, I thought I was gonna launch off the hill and like go into the fucking stratosphere.
Family is forever, and so is car accident trauma.
Family is forever until
Green
I get to 10
Torino.
movies, then I don't give a shit. Whoa!
I mean, I'm
Yo,
pretty
how's
sure I told
Tyrese gonna
Andrew
make
this.
money now?
I told Andrew this, but I was at work with Nathan, and he's like, you know what? If you like put your
Guys,
effort into it, you could do a
guys,
great Paul Walker impression, like
my
Savile
car.
Blue.
What the
he's
heck
trying
is
to
happening?
My car.
I know.
I'm looking at this right now. Sorry to interrupt you there, but we're playing the game and
green
we're
car.
watching Andrew's car pop. Literally in the air. Sorry, go ahead, JT, sorry.
No, dude, what's done is done. You can't take it back, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh.
No, joking.
I tried,
But,
JT. I'm
Nathan's
sorry.
like,
I tried.
just out of the blue, Nathan's like, you know what, JT? If you really like put some dedication into it, I could see you like doing like a Paul Walker impression that's flawless and like getting picked up by like fucking Dominic
What,
Toretto.
wrapping yourself around a tree in your Toyota
Oh,
Bro.
no.
Nah, bro.
Porsche,
Paul Walker
actually,
would never
with
drive a
Moose
fucking
in the
Toyota.
cornfield.
Man's too
What do you mean,
princey for a
he does a-
Matrix.
Pretty sure
With
he
no
does
heat,
a
He'd drive a
Toyota.
Supra though.
Oh yeah,
Subaru,
fucking
that's
Supra.
it. Yeah, it's a Supra, yeah.
Super
thought you
Subaru, he'd still drive it.
Fucking input color here, Subaru, that we'll never see again. Awesome, can't wait.
Blue.
Josh, who are you on the phone with?
No one. I'm not on the phone with anyone.
Oh.
What?
I guess I,
Hello?
you said hello. Yeah. Hello.
Did I?
Hello?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think. I think
Someone
you
did-
said me.
You're like
Yeah.
unplugged from the Matrix? Yeah.
But yeah, I rebooted. Sorry guys. Give me a sec to. I have an update going.
It's reconfiguring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Snap
Speaking of
back to
updates.
reality.
I find it so dumb how like big the Warzone updates are, or like Call of Duty in general. Like we were gonna play Warzone instead of Fortnite today, but then it's just
I was gonna say my
giant
install
update for me.
is
Oh.
like I started it
You're
probably I think around like 4. That's when me and
Hello.
JT stopped playing earlier, and I only got to like 38% on my download. I mean
Yeah.
my internet's fucking dick, but like it's like fucking 80 billion gigabytes.
Oh, my update was 50 gigs. It's insane how big it is. Like why?
Oh no, I'm installing the game fresh, so I don't even have to do the updates yet. So the updates.
Oh damn. Damn.
And if I don't
But,
like the
like,
game,
yeah.
I can uninstall it.
It's
It's a
like
good
so
game,
crazy
don't worry.
big.
It's
It's
all
so
good
crazy
in
big.
this
I don't
game.
understand why, like, these games are getting so much bigger. Like, just all of a sudden, like the fact that like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a game like The Last of Us Part 2. Like that game looks beautiful, right? And that only was like 80 gigabytes. But you're telling me Call of Duty that came in run properly costs like
Go my
Yeah.
car, you bitch.
almost 300 gigabytes? I'm trying to refuel, you dickhead.
He shoots his fucking car.
Sorry, the boomer came out there and I accidentally hit it.
Boomer.
The
King.
boomer came out?
What's
Yeah,
with
my
like
boomer.
fucking children and old people only being able to move one analog stick at a time on a controller?
I mean,
that's
it's
how
gotta
it
be
goes.
human
Like,
nature.
They move it like fucking like slightly to the right, and then they look down at the other one like it's
Yeah.
fucking moved, and then use the other one to like take 3 steps, and they stop and like turn. It's like how they fucking program bots. They just fucking get all the analytics from like old people holding a controller. They're like, hey, just play this game.
I
They just copy their movements.
for a couple seconds, I just thought you were gonna say, "What's with fucking children?" And I thought you were just gonna stop there. And I was like,
Yeah, what's with fucking
Fucking
children?
cue that EDP. I'm not a pedophile.
EDP. Have you seen that
Man.
shit where when he like approaches them, he tries to fist bump the fucking cameraman?
Dude, that whole video is
Yeah.
so
the
fucking funny.
cameraman's just like, I don't fist bump with your kind. He's like,
It's.
all right.
Relax. Like.
I think you sent that to me, Elaine, right? The one where it's like the one guy's racist confirmed.
Have you guys
Wait,
seen
'cause he
the
didn't
Breaking
fist bump?
Bad edit over that video when he's on the phone?
Yeah,
Oh,
with like
no.
Saul Goodman.
Yeah, he's trying to escape the country.
I think so,
Oh,
yeah.
jeez. Man, like
Bro, like,
Pretty
the
good.
shit.
they
the
had like the
shitty thing
two
is, though-
worst people, like, probably like approach and handle the situation that they could have possibly had.
True.
Oh yeah, no, did you not see the thing where somebody found like a live stream of that dude being a pedophile? Like the dude with the beard who like fucking caught him?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Everybody's
like-
a fucking pedophile, bro.
And the worst part about that whole thing is I bet you EDP is actually never going to go to jail for what he did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
Because what
he's
he
not.
did was illegal, and he's not going to go to jail because they were doing it for views and not for the fact of catching an actual predator, which is frustrating as fuck.
I mean,
Same
like,
thing probably
the
with James Charles and freaking David Dobrik, like, or whatever the guy that actually, you know, all that shit. They're not going to go to jail because they're just getting canceled online and people.
Okay,
think
bro,
that's just
David
enough.
Dobrik was innocent, and I'm not just saying that to get a Tesla. David, bro, you're so funny.
What do you even do? What's even I
David
hated
so-
David Dobrik
Okay,
in general,
so,
but I don't know the
it
drama.
was- so if you look at his old videos, there's this dude on there called like Dom, who is always known to be like the fuck boy, like having sex with like women all over the place.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of instances where like girls came forward and explained like basically they didn't get like give consent, or if they did give consent, they had to sign forms to like be in the video because like he would like fucking touch girls and shit like all the time. And it turns out a few of them were underage. And on top of that, a few of them just didn't give consent at all. Like, didn't get a consent form, didn't give consent. And, like, David Dobrik overall was just, like, haha views. And then, like, some other people got in shit for, like, protecting them and stuff. For, like, making public statements saying, like, oh, yeah, no, like, this. And then there was, like, that Seth guy that, like, fucking, like, kissed Jason Nash or whatever. And he was, like,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
against it. And he like made like a whole fucking promotional thing, which I think I understand like where he's coming from, Again, I can't like speak for the guy, but he was like, oh yeah, you know, he's a colored man, and he said like the neighborhood that I come from, like it's frowned upon, and when like the video got uploaded, like he got a lot of flack from like friends and family because like homosexuality is frowned in his community. So he was like kind of outcasted and rejected. But then there's also texts later on of him being like, yeah, bro, like let's do another video that got so many views, blah blah blah. So it's like, you know, you don't like one of them, but you were okay to ask for more. Like, it's kind of that weird gray morality. Yeah. At the end of the day, I think he deserves the apology, and David should be accountable because he's a powerful dude. He gives out fucking Teslas all day, right?
Yeah.
Like it's about time that like big guys like him get like what they deserve. You get what you fucking deserve. But
Sure.
I mean, the funniest thing is like people like his fans watch this be like, can you believe he did this? Yeah.
Like yeah, because he's been doing this for 3 years and there's proof in every video. Like what?
Like, it's like people who are like so arrogant to the fact that like rich people do this shit all the time. Like, not David. He would never. Like, that's what
the
pisses
thing,
me off.
though.
Is like his
People
stands defending him.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's actually a good tangent. Stands. People often don't realize that content creators don't know them and don't care about them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. This is a great topic because a lot of people are like divided on this. But like
Especially
Dream, I'm
in
using Dream
Minecraft
as like the
YouTube.
example. And
Minecraft
people,
YouTube is the biggest example of that.
Yeah, people have talked about this, and I think Dream has a really unhealthy relationship with his followers where he goes out and says like he loves them and he says all this stuff, but he doesn't care about them. At the end of the day, he does not care. He will never admit it, and people will keep playing into the foolish belief that he does like love his fans. But at the end of the day, they're a number. They're a statistic. Yeah. They give him money. They earn him. They make him have a career. He doesn't go out of his way to read their names and write like personalized, like I love you too back to each fucking one of them. No, he couldn't give a shit about them. He doesn't care. He cares that he makes money, his friends make money, and they're able to pursue their dreams. That's it. All right? Like, Jay Schlatt talked about it, and he said, like, and he was brutally honest. He said, at the end of the day, you guys are numbers to me, right? We will never be friends. We will never be more than just you being a viewer, me being a content creator. That's it, right? And people are, like, fucking baffled that he would go out of his way to say it. Like, I get it. Viewers create a content creator by essentially watching and giving him an audience, but at the same time, they know that there's an audience for the content they make. They know they're going to reach somebody at the end of the day. So even if you're not the one watching the video, somebody else is.
Yeah.
So it's not like you play that much of a crucial role to, like, keep them alive. I don't know. But, like, yeah, I think, honestly, Dream needs to take accountability for his stands, because there are some in the community. I'm not saying all, right? Some of them are cool, but there are some that, like, go, like, above and beyond and say some really fucked up shit, or, like, you know, say things that are, like, come on, man, like, you don't need to say that. And he definitely should. I know he can't control them at the end of the day, but if he says something and says, like, hey, this isn't okay, like, I know this is being said, stop doing it, like, I don't condone this, you know, then at least the message gets out there, and the fans who are hardcore and, like, respect what he says, then they'll, like, actually step forward and, like, preach the message to other people. So, I don't know. But stands in general are, like, a bad term. Like, remember when Eminem made the whole fucking Stans song? And it was literally about, like, fans that go so fucking nuts that they, like, fucking kill themselves and shit? Like,
yeah.
Or, like, kill content creators? Like, come on.
Yeah, that's I just lost my place. This whole, like, pandemic is, like, it really didn't help all of that. Because, like, people at home, it's like, oh, you have all these Twitch streamers, right?
Yeah.
People just fell in love with them. And now there's, like, people's mental health. Like, I saw a video the other day. It said, oh, no, Dream's phone number was taken off of Twitter. Now I can't rant to him. It's like, like I said, he doesn't care.
No, he doesn't. He probably
care.
has an automated response. He probably literally just has a system that he clicks on your message and then clicks one button, and it just sends out an automated response. Like, he does not care.
In this is gonna sound sus, but in, like, preparing, I wanted to talk about this today, even though I don't know that much about it. I looked into it. I looked into that stupid phone number thing. It's just an automated message, and it adds, like, its own number to your contacts, which I was like, okay. And from there, it's like, it'll send an automated message, but the rest of them are me. No, they're not. Like, just You like don't lie to people like that.
It's like when you
never
like
respond.
when you send like a text to someone or like fucking TikTok to someone like, haha, check this out, this made me laugh, and it's like I never typed that. Why are you saying that to the person?
Yeah. This one made me really uncomfortable because I saw it in a video of course, it being called like dream stands go too far. And it, again, I'm not gonna label them. I don't want to label them as a dream stand because like they really were just a stan or enjoyer, but stan is the better term of their like group as a whole. And I guess there's this one guy. He's like maybe 17 years old. And like there was like a whole like thread of people saying that if they saw him on the streets, they would like have to be locked up because of the stuff they do to him. Not like violently, but sexually. And it's fucking disgusting. Like he did like a charity stream, and one of the goals was like for like $25,000 he would put on a maid costume, and he did. And people took pictures of it and said they would peg him until his asshole was like fucking inside out. And it's like the most vile shit. Like this is a fucking minor, and you're saying shit like this. Right? And like you're preaching for all this like oh, you know, like we need to take like people need to take accountability, we really need to crack down on like sexual assault and stuff, but you're a part of the problem. Like you are sitting there and tweeting out, even if you think, oh, he's never gonna see it, or oh, it's only good for like the 5 people that follow me, it doesn't matter. You still had those thoughts and you still decided to put them on the internet. Like they're out there now, right? And when people get a hold and find out, because thank God there's secret accounts, all right? Thank God that people make secret accounts and like follow as many stan accounts as possible so they can see like the fucked up shit people post. Because there's like some shit that's just like fucking just evidence for police at that point. Because it's disgusting, man.
Like that. There's just some stuff like you look at that and you say, yeah, that's something I should put out on the internet today. That's something that I want people to read. And the thing is, it's not just one person either. It's thousands of people doing this. Like, if you look through Reddit and you look through the Minecraft Reddit, like I'm part of the Minecraft subreddit, all I see is the Dream SMP stuff. And it's like, sure, like I watched the streams when they were first started. I was like, yeah, this is interesting. I like the storytelling. Now, it's just annoying. Because it's not any more of just, oh yeah, we're just a group of guys playing Minecraft and like we're enjoying what we're doing, we're telling a story. Like I like the storytelling of it, like that's great. But when you add the fans into it, it just takes away like the human part of it and makes it more, you know, messed up, if you could say that.
See, I agree with what most of you guys are saying, absolutely. But I'm just going to play devil's advocate for the sake of content.
Yeah.
What does, I guess, as devil's advocate, why does the creator have to be responsible for what these people have to do? You know what I mean? Creators just putting it out there, right? For, you know, for content. That's what they want to make.
Yeah.
Why do they have the responsibility of other people for what they do with it, right?
Again.
Art in general is taking something and bringing it out to the society and seeing what they do with it, right? After that point, what they create is not really theirs, it's the audience's. So why should the creator have all this responsibility for what the people do with it?
That's a good point, actually.
Like, you're absolutely right. They don't have any responsibility, but at the end of the day, it's like, I'm gonna use the fucking, the Captain America said in the fucking newest episode. They have the power to make the change, all right? They have the power to sit down and say, like, give them the ultimatum, all right? If you are, like, set with money-wise from content, like, you have decided to put investments, like, you could take a break. You could say, hey, I've seen what the community is doing. I see what you guys are talking about. I am taking a break because it disgusts me, right? Like, I am uncomfortable with what you guys are doing. I would hope that the people who hear this message and know that they caused it, take time to reflect, and I will come back in like a month, you know? Like, they still have the ability to step forward and attempt to make the change. And if the change doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. That's it, all right? I'm not going to expect them to do any more, but it's still good to see a content creator sit down and put their foot down and say, hey, you are a part of my audience. I appreciate that, but what you're doing is too much. Like, you need to stop. Like, it's gross, it makes people uncomfortable, and you really just give not only yourself a bad name, but the community as a whole, right? Like, the reason people are so mad and angry with Dream Stands isn't because the whole group as a whole is, you know, like, fucked up. We know the whole group as a whole isn't fucked up, but the problem is we don't know which ones have their private and Twitter accounts that are saying these vile things and like talking about people and like doing all the fucking weird shit that makes people uncomfortable, right? So I just think that a creator still has that power to, you know, sit there and be like, hey guys, enough is enough, like lay off for a bit. Otherwise, you know, I'm just gonna put a hiatus on content creation until some shit changes.
You know, I agree with that, but when do you ever see content creators do that? Because the second they say, "Oh, you need to check your behavior," that's when they lose views, and they're not gonna want that. Like, I'm trying to think, like, while you're talking, I was trying to think of an example of where people, like content creators, said, "I'm gonna take a break because my audience is out of control." And I couldn't think of one good example, or any examples for that matter.
You're right. Even though people shit on him, because obviously what he did was interesting. I'm gonna use Call Me Carson as an example. So at one point, Call Me Carson came forward. I think this was like last year, maybe a year ago.
I think this is the beginning of the year, I thought.
No. This isn't his like controversy that I'm talking about. I'm talking about something completely different.
Okay.
This was him addressing his fans. Where he like actually, and I think it was the most wonderful thing he could do. He stepped forward and told him he was uncomfortable with what was going on because he ended up finding content, like a really in-depth like fan fiction of him like fucking his friends. And like it was in like heavy detail and like all that, and he was really uncomfortable with it. And he like was like, listen, like I understand you guys are fans and stuff, and this does have like its own little niche corner in the internet where people like it, and this stuff is bound to happen. But you have to understand, like, these are my friends, and it's gross that I can't go on the internet and look up my name without seeing immediately that somebody has written a like 15-page story of me like dominating them and like fucking the shit out of them, right? He's like, these are my friends, and on top of that, they're minors, right? Like he went into full depth, and it pissed me off that some of his fans got mad about it. Like, how are you gonna get mad that he just talked about what he was uncomfortable with in the fan group, and that all he was asking was, hey, can you stop making fan art and stop making like stories of me like literally fucking my friends? Like it makes me like it grosses me out. I don't like it, right? Like, and I don't think he's bad for saying anything like that, right? Like, I don't know about you guys, but if somebody drew a detailed fucking artwork and story of me fucking plowing JT, I'd be pretty uncomfortable with it. Like, I would not, I like, you're a good looking dude, JT, but like, I'm not going to be comfortable with it, because at the end of the day, me and JT are friends, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's an uncomfortable topic and an uncomfortable thing to see. So like, you know, that's like the perfect example of sitting down with your audience, and it sucks that like an audience at the end of the day does determine it. You are right, like they really can't do anything, they really don't have a responsibility for it, but at the same part, I think the audience needs to like understand and like needs to take accountability for themselves essentially, and like as a group they need to start weeding out the people that are fucked up and be like, hey yo, this ain't cool, like cut it out. So maybe less of the content creator and more of the people.
To add on to that, well, I'm just gonna send you a photo of what I found on Reddit, and I just want you to look at that. And I don't know if I want to describe this or not, but they even say in like their little caption, like, "Oh, please don't send hate," or "Oh my God, they are minors. You're such a creep." Because I worked really hard on this, and like I left a comment on it. It's like it's just a drawing of two, like, you know, teenagers kissing.
What the
like,
fuck?
Yeah, and like these are like big fans of these people, and I left a comment. I'm like, I feel like this is illegal to some degree. It's like, you know, they're still trying to take this down before someone reports it. Like, is this really something that you spent time on?
Tubbo in it, yeah.
Making two kids kiss, and then posting it on the internet and expecting no sort of backlash from it.
And then
because
saying
that's
no
it.
hate.
And the worst part is this is like the type of Reddit that this is gonna be okay, right? Like, I understand if there's two creators, like it happens with shows, it happens with like live action cartoons, whatever. You know, you're gonna ship somebody with somebody else. You're gonna see like two characters interacting and go, you know what, that would make a good relationship. But these are literally two 16-year-olds that have more power than they know what to do with, and you're sexualizing them. Like,
and
if
they don't
those
even
were,
know about it.
Mind
That's
you,
the
if those
scary
were
part.
two, the worst part is I'm gonna bring up double standards, and this is like a topic that always gets like fucking feathers riled. All right, if that was two female streamers who were 16 years old, blew up during the pandemic,
Oh my God,
and
yeah.
a male audience was doing this, fucking backlash so much. but we're okay with it because we're saying, oh, you know what? Their fans are immature anyway. Their fans are around the same age range. That doesn't matter. They still should know. Like, even if they are 16-year-olds that are drawing this, or like 17-year-olds that are drawing this, or adults younger than 16, it's still weird because you should know, like, hey, I don't want to be sexualized because I'm a minor. I'm not going to sexualize other minors that I watch for content. That's fucking weird.